Right guys, I'm back and I'm going to finish this off. The only reason I didn't go the full 15 minutes for YouTube was because it takes hours to upload usually. So let's just go through a few of the other things. This is another app, the weather channel. Let me just go locations, things like that. You've got your severe weather. It tells you when you've got severe weather issues basically. So that's fine. If you like Minecraft, this is a brilliant app, I've got to admit. This is Minecraft Canary, if you see there. Let's go into the workshop. It's got all the recipes, but not only that, you've got loads of other stuff as well. So here's your standard recipes and all that, so that's all there. Another great thing is it tells you how you can actually do various things. So you've got block IDs, so if you need to spawn something in, you just go on here, look at the list and find what you want. Let's say TNT 46, then you spawn that in. Great. Then you've got different guides basically on how to do things. You've got the track circuitry, different things to tell you how to do things most effectively. Most of these don't work anymore because you've got powered rail, stuff like that. You've got traps, useful tips, the nether. That's brilliant. So that's all the apps we're going to cover. So what else? Pictures. Yeah, okay, so we've got loads of pictures on here. This is the gallery. Now if you click on here, they go into this sort of I don't really know what it is, sort of gallery of them all going around, and if it works properly, you will see that, although because I'm going to have to move the tablet, it's not going to work 100%, but when you lean the tablet in one direction, you can see the screen probably moving a lot more. So if I just do that, you can see the items on the screen moving. So let's have a quick look at image quality. So that's that. Oh, and I can set them on here to do a slideshow, so let's put them on that. Okay, gives you a sort of picture of what's all there, and that's great. This tablet's absolutely fantastic, I think. Well worth it, and if you're on a tightish budget, in fact a very tight budget, then it's perfect. I think it can easily contend with the iPad. I know people are going on like let's talk about viewing angles. You can see you can't see it too well if you have it like this. I'm holding it horizontally. Well, why would you ever watch a video horizontally? I don't know why people complain about that. Similar thing, even when you do, if I do it this way, you can still see like all the way around. People review it saying that you can't have someone else watching it, but that's just a load of rubbish. You easily can. It's really easy to do so. It's perfect. It's a brilliant little tablet. If you want something bigger, iPad size for example, then you can get the 10-inch one, which is not too much more expensive, and it's still around £200 cheaper than the iPad is at the moment. So yeah, as I said before, this is running on gingerbread, and I don't know what any of these things are doing. I think it's sort of crashed. Oh no. Has a little bit. It's only happened once or twice this, where some of the buttons are not responsive, but you can still open everything else. For example, stuff like that, you can still do all that, although some of the things aren't working at the moment. To fix that, you just turn the tablet off and on again, and for that I'm going to show you the boot time. So when you do that, you have an option to power off, which I'm going to do. You can suspend. The power off turns it off completely. When you suspend, it will like put it on standby basically, or you can just cancel and carry on doing whatever. So this takes a little while to turn off. and then I'll show you it turning on while I show you some of the other really good features that make this tablet stand out over other things. There we go. Okay, that's off. So basically, when you want to turn it on, all you do is you just go to this button up here again, push that to the left, and there we go. Big Arnova logo comes up there. So let's just turn this over and show you the back. Here you've got the Arnova logo, it says designed by Archos, as you can see there. Got all the details down the bottom as usual, but one thing that makes this really stand out is on this side, if you just clip that up, you have a stand. Now that's just awesome. You can only do that with cases on most things, but I can just stand that up there. Let me just move the tripod down a bit. There we go, that's probably okay, I think. Yep, that's alright. So that's that. What else have we got to cover? The camera, I'll show you that. Okay, then it flickers and then it'll come on in a couple of seconds. From flat, it takes, well, from the battery being off, it takes around 30 seconds to boot up. If you have it on suspend, it's basically instant. Battery life wise, I think they claim to be up to about 7 hours. I don't know if it says in the box. Let's just have a look here. Let me just move the tablet out of the way for a minute. No, not really. It doesn't really say anything there. No. Okay. So let's go to the camera. This is one of the downsides, but generally I don't see why you'd want a camera on one of these devices. So if I just take a picture, if I just move this around to my computer a little bit, you can see the camera just there. If I just take a picture of that, can't get it in the right place. There we go. The camera is pretty terrible, but generally you're not going to walk around taking pictures with this. It's meant for video calls, so that's why you can download Skype. That's when the firmware is available to do so. It's not too bad quality really, but I have seen better. But I'm not overall bothered with that. So that's the camera. I'll plug it into the computer in a minute and show you all of that and what it does. I haven't actually plugged it into the computer, so it'll be a first for me. Okay, let me just move that. Okay, that's perfect. We have also got other things. You got all your things. If I can get into settings, I'll show you how you find out the latest versions and all that. You go to About Device, just at the bottom there. Whoops. And then here you've got. It's actually really helpful. It tells you your status and what's going on. So I've got 26% left on my battery life. Battery use. Now this is brilliant. This feature tells you what is using all of your battery life basically. So you've got display, and that's using 43% of my overall battery life. Wi-Fi 31%, and 27% on my device being like turned off basically. At the top there it says 17 hours that it's on battery. I don't think it's actually lasted that long, but generally with Wi-Fi on constant use throughout the days, it'll last you a good 7-8 hours really, which is basically what the manufacturers are claiming. So what else have we got? Android version down here, look, 2.3.1, that's Gingerbread. Got your kernel version, all of that, your legal information, all of that important stuff in an easy to find place. We've got touch panel calibration. That does it when it starts. Basically, when you turn the device on from having it, from when you first buy it, it takes only a couple of minutes to set up really. You have what happens? You basically get a screen, you put the date and time in, let it calibrate. By that you just don't touch the screen, you can still hold everything else. That's fine, and that's all it does, that's all it takes. What have we got? Brightness, all of this, that's all the settings basically. Here you've got the clock, you can set an alarm. Any other things? I will show you this now, and I will do a video, and it'll be like the first one basically of anyone doing this, I'm sure. In fact, I'll show you on the apps library. Now, when I told you that they've made a way to get around the market not being on, you can download this thing called Archos. Now, this is made by Archos themselves, deliberately for these tablets not being able to run it. So you've got the Market Apps Installer and Disk Tester just there, look. And basically you just go down here and you click, well, down the bottom in the middle it'll say install. For me, I've already got it installed, and you click start for me. But if I just go over to here and you go on Archos, you won't be able to see it great, but it says up here, default apps and market version 3.0.26. Now that's version 3, which is, I can't remember, a honeycomb, isn't it? Yeah, so this is the honeycomb operating system basically that you're getting on top of everything else. And for that you just click download, but at the moment it won't work because there needs to be a piece of firmware that allows you to do everything, so that's not working at the moment. I'll do a video the very day, hopefully, that it does become released. They just give you all the details there. It works on some of them, but definitely not the Arnova series, I don't think, on any of them. It might do on some, but people that don't have Archos can use it as well. You don't need these tablets. Some use the Kobe Krios or Kairos or something like that. I think that's what it is, and I think it works on that. It's about the only thing that does, judging by what people have said about it. You have most of these apps are all installed. I've only installed a couple of them, really. Really interactive, and it's really fun to use. So whereabouts can you get the tablet? I got mine from a store, probably because of copyright I can't say it, but it's big. It's probably the biggest music store in the UK. I think they do have them abroad as well. I got mine for 100, and I think on the box that you saw it would have said €140. That's equivalent to about £130, and you can get it for between £120 and £140 really. And that's just amazing for something like this. It's just incredible. It's really good and cheap basically, but it's got fantastic build construction. What I will say, the only downside that I've come across is on the back, this top, no, hang on, is it that side? This side here, by where all your ports are, just down here, you've got, it gets very hot, because if you look on all of the sides, there isn't actually a fan extractor case, so all you get is heat building up inside from all the components working. So in this top corner it does get quite hot. It's not enough to burn you or anything, but it can get a bit uncomfortable just holding it in that corner. I think some people have mentioned that, but if you're not going to have it on like constantly, then it's usually fine. It does get quite hot though, I've got to admit. So that's basically it. Definitely recommend it. I would say if you're looking for a budget tablet, this is definitely the one to get. If you don't want this one exactly, you can get the 10-inch one, or you can get the Archos sister product. The Archos 70 and the Archos 101 is the 10-inch one, and it's the Arnova, I don't know actually, I think it's the Arnova 10 Generation 2. So that's that. That's about all. Thanks for watching this video on the Archos Arnova 7G2 Generation 2 tablet review. I hope you found it really useful, and well, thanks for watching. This has been Productive Gamers. I'm MiniRoo92 signing off. See you next time for some more Minecraft videos probably, and we're going to do loads more videos. So thanks guys, see you next time.